This is the Red Line Network.
Hi, Leho, good neighbors. Ryan Neff here again here on the Red Line Radio Network. Early evening sports buffet with the Ginch. I am said Ginch, your host, Ryan Neff. Again here on the Red Line Radio Network. Welcome. Some top news, notes, and headlines from the day. Some NFL news reported by Nick Wagner, ESPN. Kyle Shanahan, head coach for the 49ers, says that the car crash was his fault. Accident report was wrong. Or as Fonzie used to say, I was Shannon said the accident was his fault. He said, I hit her, in reference to the other vehicle. I don't know why it was reported that way on the collision report database. The police report doesn't say that. Shanahan then went on to give his full version of the accident. He said, I was going 20 miles an hour. I was not on my phone, but I dropped my phone and it was stuck in my seats. Ever have that happen? It's on my lap and it slid off. And I went down to look for it and I took my eyes off the road for 2 seconds. And I was coming up, the airbags hit me in my face and they broke my nose. And then they said the visor really gashed me. Took my eyes off the road looking for my phone and my car veered into someone. It's one of those roads where there's no forgiveness. When I hit her, the impact was just so I'll just never forget how violent it was. So hopefully he's on the mend. Hopefully everybody's okay. We've all been there at some point. I've ever been to an accident. The Cleveland Browns have once again made Denzel Ward the top paid defensive back in the league. They've agreed to a 2-year extension worth $62.2 million, as reported by Daniel Oyefusi, ESPN. It is a deal that includes $52.3 million guaranteed. So good for him. The $31.1 million annual average value makes Ward the highest paid defensive back in NFL history for the second time in his career. So good for him. From the world of UEFA, reported by Mark Ogden, ESPN. UEFA to discuss World Cup boycott over FIFA private investment plan, sources say. I'll just read this for you. UEFA is accelerating efforts to hold an emergency meeting of its 55 member associations this week. Sources told ESPN to discuss plans, including a potential World Cup boycott, to oppose a FIFA proposal to raise $20 billion from a sale of equity to outside investors. As part of a plan to unleash the commercial potential and opportunity that FIFA has, FIFA President Gianni Infantino said the game's global governing body will seek investors to fund the FIFA Forward Enterprise, FFE, a newly formed body which would take control of commercial and event operations, including future editions of the Men's and Women's World Cup. FIFA is working with JP Morgan, while investors would include Thrive Eternal, which was launched by Joshua Kushner, whose brother Jared Kushner is the son-in-law of U.S. President Donald Trump. Go figure. UK Prime Minister Andy Burnham became the first prominent world leader to condemn the FIFA proposal by saying on X that football doesn't belong to investors. We'll have to keep an eye on all this. Unfortunately for the Red Sox, Curtis Mead, test show in his debut, he broke his wrist. Has a fracture. For the most part, that'll end the season. So sucks for Red Sox fans. I went over the Petiti thing, blah, 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 last. Draymond Green is returning to the Warriors on a 1-year, $27.7 million deal. Good for him. A couple other things from the NFL. Jets, Geno Smith ruse. R-U-E-S. You don't hear that word too many times in your life. I'll rue the day. Jets is reported by Rich Samini. Jet Smith ruse being distraction after dispute with girlfriend. He expressed regret that he disrupted the team's positive momentum. He said, I really hate the fact that something I was part of could have been a distraction for this team, my teammates in this organization, because a lot of hard work has been put in. A lot of guys have put in a lot of work for us to be in a good spot as a team. I'm happy that I'm able to put this behind me. I'm looking forward to moving forward. To open Raiders minicamp, Kirk Cousins gets the nod over Fernando Mendoza. Tuesday today, Raiders head coach Clint Kubiak announced Kirk Cousins will be the starting quarterback over first overall pick Fernando Mendoza to begin training camp. Interesting. Kubiak said when we go out to practice on Wednesday, Kirk Cousins is the starting quarterback. He's the guy and he deserves it because he's played really good football. But I want Fernando and Aiden to push him. This is interesting. Kubiak went on to say, however, how many reps quarterback will have particular group. However, how many reps each quarterback will have with a particular group will be a moving target, he said. There's going to be times where certain guys are with the second team, certain guys are with the third team, and the second guy is with the first team. So this is interesting. He is pushing the buttons. I think Mendoza will be the starter, but that's why I'm sitting here and not in the front office or coach. What other news from the NFL? Jalen Carter agrees to a 4-year, $152 million extension with the Eagles, making him it's worth up to $160 million. I don't know why they gave him the extension with some of the shit that he pulls off. That's just detrimental to the team. It's $106 million guaranteed. Hopefully he'll be a good boy this year. But his history at Georgia, and of course the whole spitting thing last year, needs to grow up a little bit. I went over some of this stuff yesterday. Jerry Jones, who is the Donald Trump of the NFL, by the way. Of course, he goes through his whole rigmarole every year, his speech, his script, whatever bullshit comes out of his mouth. He says he's optimistic about the Cowboys' chances, likes what we put together. You hear that every fucking year. Ordered by Todd Archer. Thanks for the thumbs up, by the way. Jerry Jones, he says he's confident he's put together a roster good enough to compete for the Super Bowl. He said that every fucking year since 1997 or 96. And if you contend, you've got a real chance of being in the game, Jones said during he had a 40-minute State of the Cowboys news conference today. I think those are the kinds of things that I don't believe are outlandish or a reach to expect. So that's a successful season. What a dumbass. I was really about as encouraged with the two teams in the Super Bowl as far as getting back to a Super Bowl for the Dallas Cowboys as has ever been. Uh, the thing is, Seattle getting back to the Super Bowl and the Patriots getting back to the Super Bowl, they don't have owners named fucking Jerry Jones. I'm not going to go through the rest of his diatribe. You can go on ESPN, read Todd Archer's article. Again, I've said this before, and I'll say it again as a previous Cowboys fan. Again, I ditched the Cowboys back in 2000. I think it was 13 or 14. I got tired of Jerry Jones's bullshit. If he ever wants to come on this show, I will hammer him with questions, and I'll grind his ass. Um, he has shoved a red hot poker up Dallas Cowboys Nation for the last 27 years. Sorry, 30. It's 30 now. It just never stops. He says this shit, he believes it, much like Trump does. He believes everything that comes out of his mouth, which are all lies, by the way. He does the same thing. He does the same thing. He he tickles your fanny with this shit. And it's the same stuff every year. I don't wish anything bad on the man. I really don't. I don't. But until he's gone from the equation, I can't. I can't do it. And people always say, well, you can root for the team. You don't have to root for the. I can't do it. As a businessman, he's fantastic. As a general manager and owner for the last 30 years, he blows. He sucks. It's horrible. I tell Cowboys fans every year, stop going to the games. Stop going to that Millennium Falcon that he has his AT&T Stadium, which, by the way, is 17 years old now. Stop going. If you really want to hit him hard, stop going to the games. Let me go to Major League Baseball, shall we? The Major League Baseball deadline, I believe, for trades is tomorrow. Just some things here. Schwarber is expected to miss the game against Miami. Don't know if that's going on right now. I believe it might be. It is. Again, some of the stuff I went over yesterday. So let me go to the scores today. Full slate. Earlier today, the Guardians beat the Reds 6-5. Bottom of the fifth, Diamondbacks hammering my Pirates 5-0. Top of the sixth, Tigers beating the hell out of the Orioles 9-0. Bottom of the sixth, the Marlins over the Phillies 1-0. Bottom of the sixth, the Nationals up on the Blue Jays 3-0. Second part of a doubleheader right now, top of the fifth, the Reds up on the Guardians 1-0. Mid third, Royals Twins are scoreless. Bottom of the second, Yankees jumped up on the Red Sox 3-0. Top of the second, Cubs up at the Cardinals 3-0. Later on, Astros at the Angels, the Red Sox at the Athletics, the Rockies at the Padres, the Brewers at the Giants. The Marlins are at the Mariners are at the Dodgers. I apologize. Postpone Braves and the Mets. NBA stuff. I told you about Draymond Green. Is it storming? See some really, really dark gray clouds out there. Nothing new on the NBA front. The NHL front. A lot of this stuff I've been over in the last couple of weeks. Nothing new on that front. Let me go to the WNBA, shall we? This might be a quick show. WNBA is heading into their All-Star game. There are games on today, though. Sun are beating the Mystics 52-49 in the second. In the first, right now, Temple and the Lynx are tied 19 apiece. Later on, Fever at the Storm, Fire at the Aces, Liberty are at the Sparks. And a partridge in a pear tree. Again, went over all the NCAA football stuff on Student Body Right. Again, thanks to Jamie Vinnick for joining the program. Really, there's nothing left to really talk about. Again, NFL and Major League Baseball will take center stage. Oh, tomorrow the Dreamer at the Wings and the Valkyries are at the Mercury. Both should be decent games, actually. I just might have to check that out. But again, Major League Baseball. Again, no real major news coming out of camps from the NFL other than signings, extensions. Major League Baseball, again, trade deadline tomorrow. We'll see what deals your team makes. Hope they're good. I hope my Pirates try to solidify some things to try and make a wild card push. But I'm going to end it there. Again, quick show. Once we're really starting to get in the full swing of things, again, no NHL, no NBA, everything kicking off in football. It's early. Major League Baseball right now taking center stage. Golf this weekend. So with all that being said, I'm going to end it there because I have a feeling we're going to lose power. Oh, it's really looking nasty out there. As I say at the end of each show, practice compassion, practice sympathy, have passion for what you do. Tell somebody you love them. You might not get a second opportunity. Hug somebody every once in a while. You might make their day. And for God's sakes, if you see somebody struggling, whatever fashion, how can you help them? How can you get them help? Because you might not just be saving a life. You might be saving a multitude of lives. Before I go, let me take my ugly ass off the screen here. Ooh, I hear it thundering out there. Bad. Yeah, I'm going to try and end this now because I have a feeling we're in for a rough next couple hours. Where am I going here? On my board. Bring my ugly ass back. So hopefully, if you're in the paths of these storms, I'm just peeking out the window, and I mean it's the clouds are actually like a blackish grayish, which is not good. Like I said, I have a feeling we're going to lose power with these things blowing through here. So stay safe out there. If you're in the paths of the storms, get off the road. There's only one thing left for me to do, and that's for Danny Don Meredith. Take me out. Have a good night.
Turn out the lights, the party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night, the party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.
Redline Network introduces our newest partnership, Outlaw Light. Outlaw is crafted for all of the beer drinking patrons of America. They aren't preaching or teaching, their mission plain and simple, to provide a high quality beer at an affordable price. Outlaw is crisp, crushable, refreshing. Available by the case, tall boys, 16-ounce 6-packs or singles. Go to outlawbeer.com to find the nearest can or tavern near you. The Red Line Network proudly raises their cans to you. Stay bold, outlaw.